G'day, I'm Ian MacDonald, speaking to you from Parliament House. I chair the Senate Legal and Constitutional Affairs Legislation Committee, which last week inquired into the report of the Australian Human Rights Commission about children in detention. This report was irrelevant, irresponsible and inaccurate. Why? It was irresponsible because it indicated a political partisanship of the Commission in not commencing the inquiry because it might have caused political problems for the Rudd-Gillard-Rudd Labor government at a time, I might say, when children in detention were at an all-time high of around 2,000. It is irrelevant now because it deals with children in detention, a problem which no longer exists thanks to the Abbott government's release of all of those children who were in immigration detention under Labor. And inaccurate because the Department of Immigration and Border Protection, who deal with immigration detention, previewed the report from the Human Rights Commission and pointed out so many inaccuracies, irrelevancies, lack of any balance, lack of any proper analysis, and the fact that it quoted instances about police dogs being present with the children in detention, officers with firearms, both of which are simply inaccurate. The committee didn't finish its examination of the report or Professor Triggs at the hearings last week, and so it will reconvene on the 27th of March when it will complete its investigation into this report and Professor Triggs and the Commission. It will also investigate the incidents of convicted wife and child killer Batik, who was in prison for some time. The recommendation of the Commission and the President was that this man should be released from detention and should be paid by the Australian taxpayers some $350,000 because of, can I quote, the injury to his liberty, the loss of freedom, the injury of his feelings, and the indignity, mental suffering, disgrace and humiliation Batik had suffered. Now, for a guy with a history of wife and child bashing, this recommendation seems very, very, very strange, to put it politely, and the committee surely wants to have a further look at that. Until I report to you next time, thanks for listening.